Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about Shadowlands. Yes, Shadowlands. I did think I was kind of done with that, but alas, we have one more Shadowlands video to make, and this is about Shadowlands Chromie Time, which is a brand new addition to the Time Walking Journey system, which is coming in Dragonflight. And in this video, we're going to go through all the details and how it works and everything like that. But before we jump into that, guys, I just want to shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me streaming Dragonflight Beta, Wrath the Lich King Classic, any sort of World of Warcraft, over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. Okay, so I wasn't going to make this video, but they have made some changes to it, and I did test it fully on the beta. Yep, I leveled from level 10 to 60-ish on the Dragonflight beta. Yep, I actually did that, and we streamed the whole thing. It wasn't too bad, but I certainly wouldn't rush to do it again. So I guess let's start with talking about Chromie Time and Time Walking Journeys. It's officially called Time Walking Journeys, but we're going to call it Chromie Time. That was the original name on the Shadowlands Alpha, and people just kind of call it that now. So yeah, Chromie Time. So if you don't know, Chromie Time is a feature for you to level through any expansion that you choose. Essentially, like, you're level 10 and you can pick Legion, and you can level in Legion as of right now from level 10 to 50. Now, as of November 15th, this is changing. This is changing from level 10 to 60. So for a small amount of time just before Dragonflight launches, you can get to max level from leveling in Warlords of Draenor or Pandaria or anything like that. And as mentioned, and kind of the point of this video is that Shadowlands will be joining the expansion list, so you'll be able to level through Shadowlands content from level 10 to 60 as of Dragonflight launch, not the 15th, but the actual launch of Dragonflight on November 28th. And that'll be when Shadowlands joins Chromie Time. So let's talk about the actual point of this video, and that is Shadowlands in Chromie Time. How is it? What's going on? So right now in the game, obviously leveling 50 to 60 is Shadowlands content, and you have two choices of leveling. So you can either level through the campaign, or you can do the Threads of Fate system, which essentially unlocks the entire campaign, and you level through bonus objectives, world quests, and side quests. And it seems to be one of the optimal ways of leveling through Shadowlands content. But as of Dragonflight, Threads of Fate will be removed from the game. Now, characters that are already in Threads of Fate, if you're halfway through leveling, can continue Threads of Fate leveling, but as an option for new players and in Chromie Time, it will not be there. So as of Dragonflight, the choices of leveling in Shadowlands content will be kind of the regular 50 to 60 if you're not in Chromie Time, or you can do the Chromie Time version, which is 10 to 60, and that will just be the campaign that you would normally do. So you're not going to get a Covenant ability at level 10, you're going to get that at the end of the story, much like you did when you first played through the Shadowlands campaign for the very first time. So yeah, no level 10 Covenant abilities. However, when you level through the campaign, you do get the Covenant abilities, so you'll be able to play around with them as you level, and then, as mentioned, once you reach the end of the campaign, you'll be able to choose a Covenant ability. However, in beta, that was kind of broken. Hey, Future Dan here from editing. Just thought I'd drop in because I completely forgot to mention this in the video, and I know people are going to ask about it, so I thought I'd drop in with some good news, is that you can skip the more intro at level 10. So you don't need to worry about that. If you don't want to do the more intro, even though it is good XP, you can skip it and you can go straight to Ouroboros and then continue your kind of campaign through that. So yeah, there you go. Back to the video. So let's talk about my leveling experience on beta. I tried it a couple builds ago. I don't know how it's looking now. We literally just got the release candidate, so it's probably a little bit better than it was. There seemed to be an issue with item levels. So literally at level 10, I was getting item level 75 gear, which is super high. They are increasing the item levels as of November 15th, but item level 75 is still really, really high for a level 10 character. So no doubt that's going to be updated and changed, and you'll be able to level up and gear up as you were. As for kind of the rates of leveling and how fast it is, I wouldn't say it's going to be very good at all from the looks of things. It looks like because it's campaign, there's so much RP that you're just going to be wasting so much time leveling. Things like Warlords of Draenor and things like that are always going to be more superior. Now, there was some bonus objectives, but not a lot. Obviously, things like world quests won't be available while doing the campaign. Side quests will obviously still be there, though. Rares in Shadowlands zones will also be scaled from level 10 to 60, depending on your level, which is really nice. And chests are also giving XP in Shadowlands zones. Now, I'm not an expert leveler. I don't know, whether or not there is some kind of like speedy way of doing it. Maybe you could just do the bonus objectives, maybe you could just do chests or something like that. Potentially there's some speedy routes through that, but it doesn't really look like it. So I finished the campaign through Shadowlands, and I actually got to level 52, I believe, and it took about 13 hours, which I don't think is that quick at all. Obviously I was streaming, so there was some AFK time there, but not tons really. I didn't do any dungeons because obviously no one else was doing Shadowlands Chromie Time testing, because, why would they? Or at least not enough to do a dungeon with them. because obviously you need to be the same faction because of how the dungeon finder works. Anyway, it does look like dungeons are going to give a lot of XP. Some of the kind of quests for the dungeons look like they're going to give you at least like 50% of a level, so that's probably going to be an optimal thing to do. At least do the end of the zone dungeons, because obviously you get a quest for pretty much every single zone dungeon at some point during your leveling experience. But for me, leveling through Shadowlands, I haven't actually done the campaign in such a long time that it did feel refreshing and nice. Maybe this is a feeling we're going to get in like 4 years time when people are saying how good Shadowlands was or something like that. It didn't look like I got any renown. It didn't look like I got any conduits or anything like that while leveling through level 10, so that's really interesting. Torghast is not an option to level through because obviously that is a part of Threads of Fate leveling. So I did do Torghast though. I did it right at the end of the Revendreth story, and it was super hard. It was really overtuned at the time, so maybe that's been fixed, hopefully. So you can't do Torghast, you won't be able to level through Korthia or Zereth Mortis or anything like that, similar to other Chromie times, because obviously they are going to be scaled to level 60, so yeah, you're not going to be able to level through Zereth Mortis if you really want to. That would be kind of cool. I think that would be kind of a fun thing to do, maybe once you complete the campaign, because as mentioned, I got to the end of the campaign and I was level 52, so I still had to go back and do side quests and maybe dungeons if it was in the live game and things like that, so it's a little bit inconvenient in regards to that. I think it was always kind of designed that way though. I remember before, like, you know, back when it was first came out, you probably wouldn't get to max level just by doing the campaign, so I guess that's kind of how it works. No doubt it's been changed now. As mentioned, we're in the release client. I don't know whether I want to do it again. Maybe. If there's someone in the comments that's done it recently, please let me know if it's got a little bit better. But it does look like they have done a little bit of tuning in regards to the XP amounts and things like that. But yeah, when I did go into Torghast in Revendreth, I also got like 20 XP per kill, which was just a massive waste of time in regards to like XP per hour and things, but you have to do it because of the campaign, which was a bit inconvenient, and I didn't get anything for completing it because it wasn't an official Torghast run. So personally, I think the biggest improvement they could do to this is essentially make like a hybrid of Threads of Fate in Chromie time. You know, have world quests available, have all the bonus objectives and things like that available, and yeah, I feel like they can make the experience definitely kind of a hybrid of Threads of Fate and the regular campaign. They do that in Dragonflight with Adventure Mode, and I made a full video on that, and I think that's the perfect storm. Very similar to how Legion did it as well. I don't know. I think there's definitely some improvements that could be made with Shadowlands Chromie time to make it a better experience for people, because I know a lot of people do prefer the Threads of Fate method, and personally I do too. It's also worth noting, if you do have Shadowlands flying unlocked, you can fly from level 30 as well, but you will still need to get Shadowlands flying unlocked like you would back in the day if you haven't already. Yeah, so that's not going to be default as of Dragonflight or anything like that, so if you don't have Shadowlands flying unlocked already and you do this option, it's probably going to suck quite a lot. So yeah, just keep that in mind, obviously. But yeah, I'm just rambling now. I'm just rambling. This is Shadowlands Chromie time. Guys, let me know down below. Are you going to do Shadowlands Chromie time at any point during your leveling career? Is anyone going to do it? I don't think the Shadowlands leveling experience is that bad, but as mentioned, I do think if they added some extras to it, like world quests and things like that, it would feel a lot smoother doing the campaign, because of just all that RP and stuff. It really slows down your leveling quite a lot, and, you know, leveling is a journey. This is time-walking journeys, but this one's, it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting expansion to level, you know, being level 20 in Maldraxxus or something is just odd, so yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to our amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. And if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. We've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. And mentioned, I am on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. As mentioned, we streamed all of the Shadowlands leveling, and it was certainly an experience. We're going to be testing out other expansions as well from 10 to 60, because that is coming very, very soon, and it needs testing, and I kind of like it. It's good fun, it's good chills. You know, we're just going to level through Warlords of Draenor, 10 to 60 or something like that. So yeah, guys, if you want to check me out, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.